One of our main points of focus this semester will be literary lens analysis. A literary lens, kind of like a glasses lens, just changes our perspective on a piece of literature. So consider contact lenses, sunglasses, or even if you've ever put a friend's or a parent's glasses on, obviously it changes your perspective. Sunglasses give you shade, someone else's prescription glasses might make your vision blurry, but it changes our viewpoint. So literary lenses will change our viewpoint when we're looking at a piece of literature. There are hundreds of literary lenses out there, and this semester we'll just be focusing on a handful. The first literary lens that I want us to begin with is called the reader response lens. Let's look at the title of this one. You are the reader. You read a text, you read a poem or a story or a play or a book, and then you respond. You just give your reaction. That's all the reader response lens is. We think about what we think of the text. Did we like it? Could we relate to it in any way? Does it make sense to us? This is the reader response lens. And the good news is you already know this lens. Your teachers have been using this for years. Way back in first and second grade and kindergarten, your teachers might have read you a story and said, "What do you think? How does this make you feel? Have you ever been in a situation like this?" And even at the high school level, I do the same thing. What's your reaction to this poem? Can you relate to this character in any way? So it's a very simple lens. Because it's so simple and we do it naturally, I won't allow you to use this when we write our formal analyses, but it's good for you to know the terminology. So to get started, we consider similarities that we might have with the characters or if we can relate to the character's situation in any way. I put a note at the bottom here. This is a very limited approach because we all have different experiences. So one example, personally as a female, I might be able to relate to certain things in a text that a male would not, or vice versa. Because I'm older than you, I've had more experiences in my life or different experiences in my life that you might not have. You have different experiences if you are born inside of Minnesota, in the state of Minnesota, or outside of Minnesota. If you grew up with 10 siblings or no siblings. If you enjoy sports or reading or art, we all have these different facets of our personality that shape our reader response lens. So your reader response might be similar to your friends or your parents, but it might be different as well. Now, looking at the questions on the right-hand side, often students shut down when they see these questions because they think of a book like Hunger Games. What do I have in common with the characters? Well, nothing. I've never been asked to go into an arena and kill children. Well, no, of course you haven't, or I hope you haven't. But have you ever felt in danger? Have you ever sacrificed something for your family? Have you ever stood up for something you believe in or wanted to stand up for something you believe in? If you can say yes to any of those, then you can relate to that main character Katniss in Hunger Games. So don't shut down just because the events that are happening in the text look much different than your daily life. Consider what's actually happening, what's running through the character's mind, how could you relate, or how could you relate to the situation, even if it does seem far removed. So once again, literary lenses are just ways to shift our perspective. And this reader response lens, it's almost as if you're not even picking up a new pair of glasses to put on. It's just your regular eyesight, right? This is the one without any adjustment. So as we keep adding lenses, I will want you to really imagine that you're picking up a new lens, a new pair of glasses to shift your view of the text.